Welcome to Rauta's Reviews. Today's band is a old band and it has, one way or another, existed for 30 years. Changed name a couple of times, so this band didn't exactly release under this moniker anything before the current millennium. So there are lots of bands with the name Resistance, and even four of those at least, when it comes to the metal bands, are from the United States. But this one is from California. So if you're googling up or searching it any other ways, make sure that this is the one from nearby Los Angeles. So Resistance is the band's name, and this one is called Metal Machine. This cover is kind of an 80s cliche in a way, but at the same time I kind of like it very much. First of all, it reminds me of the classic Dismember album, Massive Killing Capacity, with its kind of a brutal creature of weaponry, armor and whatnot. Very warlike, very traditional heavy metal and nicely drawn. I gotta say I like it a lot. Here is the jewel case picture, the jewel case inlay, and the back of the CD or CD release. And here's the CD exactly, and let's take a look on this cover thingy, the booklet. So here is the lineup, as you can see. Badass looking guys. Some lyrics which are followed, obviously more and more lyrics, not much else there really. And eventually we have more band photo on the back. So that is how Resistance Metal Machine looks like. What we can judge from here is that these guys are no extreme metal guys, but more the traditional way. And this unfortunately goes both bad and good ways. Now, Resistance have done 3 albums, including this one. And the style is very kind of a typical American heavy metal. Now, there is nothing wrong per se with that kind of genre. When it's well done, and it kicks your ass, makes you want to go for a T-bone steak and a couple of cold beers and all that stuff. Now, that is when things go the good way. Now, Resistance #1 fault is, at least with this album, that it is like when you have heard one song, you know the entire album right away. There are very little change between the songs. They even go pretty much the same tempo, and the guitar work is pretty much like copycat stuff. And now, I wouldn't mind if that one song, of which every other song is a copy of, would be a great one. That would be like a blessing from the heavens or hell or whatever. But the thing is that Metal Machine is just like a boring album. There is not a single song that makes me want to bang my head, fist or any other except maybe the mirror. Because the thing is, Metal Machine is just way too mediocre to make an impact. To even have any kind of emotions, inside. Nothing, zip, nada. The feeling is that this album is beyond being annoying, beyond frustrating. It's just like breathing air in and out. The thing is that those songs are kind of lacking imagination, any kind of originality, any kind of hit potential. There is not a single chorus or anything that would be like, okay, at least I like this one. The only positive thing which I can really say about this album is that the production is pretty nice, pretty decent at least. And the vocals, they have kind of a sort of raspiness, which in my opinion is rather nice to listen to. It kind of reminds me with Blackie Lawless way of singing, but not maybe as not bold enough, not that much, how to put it. Maybe the originality is the way to say it. So it's quite nice, but there's only as far as, good production and, vocal works go. When it comes to the songwriting, composing, single riffs even, everything is just like, I don't know. There's nothing to really like, nothing to really hate about, but the album kind of leaves me out in the cold and not wishing me to listen to more of this band. Not to check out the previous albums, not to check out the albums coming later on at some point. To me, Resistance is just one of those albums that is kind of a really easy to listen to, but even more easy to just forget the whole damn thing. So, I don't know about you guys, girls, maybe you like your heavy metal the really light, non-fat way, and if that is the thing, maybe you should check it out. Thank you for watching. Should you have any comments, opinions, or whatever, just leave on the comment box below, and as always, more stuff to come in the future. As always, stay metal and stay brutal, listen to good albums, not the bad ones. Take care.